What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Wednesday Warriors. My name is Joey Galvez, and as you can see, there's no Ambrosia. Unfortunately, she had a family emergency, so today we are not going to have her on the show. But I do have a couple of friends here. I'm going to bring in my first guest here, Danny from Next Issue Pod. Danny, how's it going, man?
Hey Joey, what's going on, man? I'm excited to be here. I know people may be disappointed. Yeah, people may be disappointed I'm not Ambrosha, but I'll try to fill in.
No, man, nobody is disappointed at all. Not at all, man. We are super excited to have you here. Danny, one of the hosts of Next Issue Pod. And let's go ahead and bring in my next guest. We have none other than Ben Shooby-Doober. How's it going, man?
Hey, thank you for having me, man.
What's up, man? So welcome, guys, to the show. We're super excited to have you guys here. I will definitely say that for Ambrosia. I know she's excited. She loves both of you guys. She has definitely said really great things about both of you. So I said, you know what? She's not here. I'm gonna have those guys on. So welcome. How's it going, man? Ben, you haven't been here before. But we're gonna throw you right into the mix, man. Right here. So right off the bat, what we usually do is we talk a little bit about what happened since the last time we seen each other. But since I have never seen you guys, in this virtual world, man, I need to know, man, what have you been doing since last Wednesday? I know, Ben, I know you've been out and been doing a lot of TikToks, man. But you've been doing some schoolwork too. But since last week, dude, you had anything fun happen to you?
Well, I've actually been working for one of my. I'm a journalism student at UTK, and I'm currently working on a article. A feature article for our magazine writing class where I have to talk about the LGBTQ representation in comic books. I've been talking to people like Musso from TikTok. I've talked to Danielle Silverstone, and I've talked to Black Gay Geek Comic Nerd. And they gave me a lot of great quotes, and I can't wait to actually get that out there, and so that way everybody can read it. Besides that, making tons of TikToks. I actually just made one about Grant Morrison's little Suicide Squad appearance. I don't know if you guys know about that or not, but Grant Morrison was on the Suicide Squad. John Ostrander put him on the Suicide Squad and killed him because he got writer's block. So
that's awesome. That's hilarious.
So, literally just posted that today. But besides that, just living in spring break. So I'm glad to actually get this time out.
Fun. You got some time off.
Yeah,
man. And then Danny, you've been doing a whole lot of stuff. You have a really nice stack of books over there. You said we're gonna get into that here in a little bit.
Yes.
But man, since last week, we talked to you here on the show. But man, what have you been doing?
It's nice to be here. Well, I did check out. I've been checking out all the Spider-Man featurettes that are dropping because of the release of the digital. Those
Yeah,
are
you
really
excited
cool.
about that, guys?
Oh yeah. Um, so it's funny, but it sucks, right? Like because the movie leaked, they had to release it earlier than the digital one. I think it leaked over the weekend. Sony's really bad at preventing the leaks.
Oh,
So they moved the release date because it wasn't supposed to come out till the end of the month. But
wow.
I mean, now we can watch it again, and I've been meaning to watch it. Just it's been a busy week, but all the featurettes have been pretty cool. Other than that, just read comics. We just did our live episode on Sunday about Peacemaker. We finally talked about the whole season. So yeah, it's been really cool.
That's super, super fun, man. I'm excited about that. You talked a little bit about Spider-Man and being released, right? Let's before we get into talking a little bit about that, let's get into our first segment, which is called "What's on Your Watch List?" And I've got a really cool opener for that right here. All right, this is the part of the show where we talk about what's on your watch list, whether it's in your watch list now, whether it's leaving or coming or going. We're going to talk about it right here. Hey, guys, this is exciting, but one thing here, Spider-Man No Way Home is now out there where we can stream it. How excited are you guys?
Legally can stream it, yeah.
Legally.
It's definitely exciting, yeah. Like I'm not planning on getting it digitally. I'm gonna wait for it to come out on Blu-ray because so that way I can add it to my collection. Like, why buy it twice when I can just buy it again? But I saw it in theaters, freaking enjoyed it, loved it, every minute of it. So I'm glad that I can't wait to see the final product because when it was released in theaters, like the CGI wasn't completely done. So like there was like a couple of things like with Andrew Garfield jumping through the portal. So they touched up on it. Like it was good enough to where it could be released. But besides that, like I can't wait to see the finished product,
Yeah. Yeah, my son, as soon as it dropped, I had to do it. I woke up and I was like, I got to do it. My 11-year-old son, he's going to hound me if I don't. So I bought it, and he was the first one to got to watch. So I don't know if there's any pieces that are different, like you said. Because I haven't, but also I only watched it once in the theaters. I only watched it once, so I don't know. So.
It'll be like tiny things, like maybe like an eye bag under Tobey Maguire's or something like that. Like you won't even. It's like the dumbest things that people like to nitpick.
Oh gosh!
Like maybe Toby's suit's a little more shiny or something. Like I don't know.
It's hard out there for a spider.
All right. Hey, what did you guys think about that sheen at the end of the on the last spider suit there?
I love it. I love the brightness of the suit. It takes me back to like all the. I think it was at the end of Superior Spider-Man when Peter comes back. He has a brand new suit. Superior Spider-Man when he was Dr. Octopus. It's a long story, but he made the suit a lot darker. Like the blue was really, really dark. It was almost black.
Almost black, yeah.
Depending on the colors, there was even black used sometimes. But just him becoming again the amazing Spider-Man with the bright blue and the bright red, and now seeing that translated over the screen, like the movie ended in a bad place for Peter, but it was the perfect way to end the movie, right?
Yeah. I love that.
It looked fantastic.
I thought it looked cool. I just didn't know about the sheen, man. That sparkly sheen. I'm just like, I don't know, man.
Look, he doesn't have a lot of money for materials this time around. So.
Yeah, he's not a material girl anymore.
I guess so, man.
He ain't got that Tony Stark moolah
That's
anymore.
right.
Oh,
yeah.
Man. He went and got looked through the freaking.
His origin story is just finished. That's literally what happened at the end of this movie.
Yep.
It's like he hit the discount bin at SAS.
It feels like at the beginning of the God of War games where you kind of fall and you lose all the powers you accrued in the previous game. Like he hit the reset button and now he's back on the screen.
There you go. All right, there was another really cool show that dropped on streaming that I was really excited about because I've got some littles. and it was turning red. Have you guys seen this one yet?
Yes.
How excited did you like this?
my
You're excited,
gosh,
it sounds like.
so good. They did the Incredible Hulk better than the Incredible Hulk. And I think that's something that Pete Docter said when they announced the movie. They said, "Don't tell Kevin Feige that we're taking Chris Evans and we're making a Hulk movie without him." So,
that's awesome.
But I loved it. Like I related to it so much. Like we can all admit that we all had that moment where we felt like a giant red panda when we got embarrassed. Like I remember my dad one time showed up at my school and I was like to make a speech. My dad was in the military for 30 years. So, and we lived on a military base. So he was always making speeches at the school. So it was embarrassing that when you call me out, I felt like a big red panda, you know? Like,
oh man. So, yeah.
You know, I think everybody can relate to that.
Yeah. I do. I feel like this is these movies that they're coming out with, they always tug on my heartstrings, man. Like I could like Soul made me freaking cry. Like I can't like seriously, guys. Like you gotta stop doing these things. But they're such gems, though. I can't stop.
Yes.
Like, but that day that movie was on repeat every single day. Like my 4-year-old was like, "Dad, can we watch?" What did he call it? He calls it something red. I forget. And he doesn't call it turning red. He calls Big Red or something like that. So he's like, "Let's watch Big Red." I was like, "You literally just finished it."
I was so excited for it when it came out, and the fact that like the person that that the director of this movie, she was an intern at Pixar 11 years ago, and now she finally got to direct her first movie. So it's exciting.
Yeah, it's super cool. There's a handful of things that there's some controversy behind this stuff. I'm not going to talk about it because I want to celebrate this movie. Yeah. So I mean, there is all that stuff, and it feels like I might be skipping over it. No, I'm not skipping over it. I just want to keep it positive because I liked it. I like that.
So I haven't seen it. It's on my watch list. There's good, too many. I love animation, but I really like hand-drawn animation a lot better than CGI.
Yeah.
So those movies, they don't make it to the top of my list immediately. But I mean, I've watched all the stuff that Pixar's and Disney been putting out. So I'll end up watching it at some point. It's just not on the top of the list.
But neither of you have kids, though, right?
No, I don't.
No, I am a kid.
There you go. He's like,
I'm literally in school as we're talking.
We're all kids. We're all kids, man. All right.
I got my coloring book after this, bro.
Yeah.
I have a big story here to tell you guys. I was gonna tell Ambrosia, but she's not here, and it has to do with the Batman. I know you both have seen it already, right?
I'm listening.
Oh,
yes.
I have not, and I was going to listen. Here's the thing. I had my tickets bought and paid for, my seats picked out, and I was all ready to go. I was even like a little kid. I put my clothes out on my bed the night before and everything. Not even joking. I'm a 40-year-old man, and I'm putting my freaking clothes out on the bed before I go. And then we wake up, I'm taking my 11-year-old, and I'm like, "Hey, all right, dude, you ready to go? We're going to leave." And he's like, "Oh, yeah." And then I'm like, "All right, let's go." And he's not even ready. Doesn't have his clothes on. He doesn't have his shoes. He doesn't know where his shoes are. Like, I'm like, so it's like, I said, okay, great. So I can't, number one, I can't like not go with him without him because it's going to be, it's cool. I'll go watch a movie by myself, but it's not going to be fun. The whole reason why I did it was because I wanted to spend some time with my kid, man. So I was like, I had to cancel and we're going to go another time. But we still have not been able to go. But I'm just like, oh man, we were like literally 5 minutes from leaving the house.
It's definitely a time commitment, so I understand that. Yeah.
A huge time commitment.
Yeah.
So how did you guys do in the theater? It's almost a 3-hour-long movie.
I'm pretty good about planning like ahead. Like this is when, so they show us so much stuff ahead of time. Like they even showed us like a whole funeral scene ahead of time. So like. I pick my spots. Like if it's something I've already seen, I did the same thing with I think it was like Avengers when they show up to Wakanda, right? The first time they showed like a 2-minute scene or something in Good Morning America. So like anything that's already out, I'll take those. Like, I recognize like, oh, here's coming up that sequence I already know. Let me run to the restroom real quick. You know, like,
there you go.
There's a lot of planning.
Like
a lot of planning that goes into these
movies. He had a blueprint before he walked in.
He's like looking up.
He had timers on his phone.
There's a little app that tells you, the little app that tells you when to go on AMC. Like you can see the runtime of when to go.
There is, dude. There's literally people that are out there be like, you can go at this time. There's really nothing much going on. There's no character development. There's no
or you can click like, here's what you missed or whatever, and they're like,
yeah. That's why I like all those breakdown videos, like from Screen Rant or something. They'll just run the whole movie for you. So that way
no, we need to watch the breakdowns from Shooby Doober. That's who we got to go to.
Oh man, I'm not the best at breakdowns, but definitely like the boys stuff. I'm definitely going to be jumping in on that. But for me, the Batman was fantastic. I went with a couple of friends from school and I brought my little sister. Me and my sister, we go to see movies all the time. She actually told me, she was just like, I wouldn't have saw Eternals if you weren't my brother. Like,
well done.
And she loves it. She loves going to this stuff. And I had my Riddler jacket. Like I got the turtleneck. I had a black turtleneck with a Riddler blazer. Like if you want to, I can grab it from my closet right now if you guys want to see it.
Nice, dude. That's what's
I was pimped out and everybody else was wearing like normal clothes, and I'm just
that's hilarious. Listen, when you guys go to those theaters and you're like expecting, you're like, okay, cool, this is gonna be that one theater where everybody's gonna jump up and clap, right? And you get there and you're like yes, and you're like, oh.
Okay. Well, this isn't one of those cheering movies. That's what I liked about it.
Yeah, there's not a lot of those moments.
Listen, every comic book movie to me is a cheering movie. Stop.
Okay. Well, there's a cheering moment that you will have, but it wasn't like Spider-Man No Way Home where everybody was like where you couldn't hear any dialogue of the movie because everybody was too busy like screaming and then but,
I didn't have that theater when we went to go see it. But this movie,
the thing I liked about it, like Avengers Endgame is 3 hours long. The first time I saw Avengers Endgame, I loved it. Couldn't take my eyes off the screen. Second time, I went to go when they re-released it. I went to go see it again. And I was just like, "Yo, when's this gonna end?" But this movie, I felt encapsulated like the entire time, and like it kept a steady pace to where I didn't have to like get bored. I never checked my watch. I didn't check my phone to see what time it was. Like I was encapsulated with this movie, not only because I was so invested into it, because the Riddler is one of my favorite rogues, but
that's awesome.
But so many like things about it just kept me just focused.
That's what I'm looking forward to the rewatch, because now that I know how the movie ends and everything that happens, you can go back and start looking at all the things, because like I've watched many of breakdown videos from a lot of different places, and like all that stuff is there. You just need to look for it. So it'll be it's neat to go back, and that's kind of why I'm looking forward to April when it releases on HBO Max. Because then I could just at my leisure, just watch however I want to watch it.
Definitely. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move into some DC news now, since we're on the subject here. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit about this. And J.K. Simmons came out and said that his Batgirl Gordon is going to be a completely different Gordon. I don't know if he's talking like in his entirety, if it's going to be a completely different Gordon from the Batman, or if he's talking about he's already a different Gordon. What are you guys thinking here?
As long as we keep getting that super jack Gordon that we have, like, because he got I don't know if he's normally pretty ripped or he got ripped for the role, but
actually that was for Invincible. Believe it or not, he's a method actor, and he played Omni-Man.
What?
Believe it, I swear, I'm not kidding. He actually is a method actor, and he was getting ripped for Omni-Man.
And he also he usually looks pretty ripped too. There's a few different roles where I've seen him in these smaller shirts and stuff. You're like, dude, this guy's pretty ripped, man. What the heck?
Oh yeah, no. What was that one where he played like a drum teacher or something? Oh my gosh, dude, that dude.
The farmer's guy, man.
Yeah,
he's ripped, dude.
And he's like what, 68, somewhere around there.
Yeah, dude. I want to be that Gordon.
Look, I'm looking forward to seeing his iteration. He didn't really have a lot to. He didn't have a lot to do even in the longer release of the Justice League, the Zack Snyder cut. Like, he wasn't really a main character, and I do want to see him more because he's a great actor. Like anytime he's in a movie, I get pretty excited. So yeah, and even though we already have another version of Gordon, because the Gordon in the Batman, he's so good.
Jeffrey Wright,
yeah, Jeffrey Wright, like
the Watcher.
Okay, that's the reason why I brought this up, because I kind of wanted to see him in this universe. in the Batgirl universe.
Yeah, I feel like Jim Gordon would fit better as I think it might just be like the casting and whatnot, but I do like J.K. Simmons, and I do want to see him, but like I don't know how you can get a completely different Gordon, like as you guys said earlier. How do you get a different Gordon from a Gordon we haven't even really seen? You know, so you know, maybe the completely different part of him is that we get more screen time.
Maybe, you know? Yeah, and maybe he's just talking like literally is just from another universe, and that's why it's different.
And that's what I was thinking.
This
I was
is
like,
Michael Keaton's Jim Gordon.
Is this his hint of like saying you guys are gonna get a completely different Gordon? Like, what are you saying? So okay, off the wall. Are we really gonna get Wright as Gordon, but he's gonna come in as some crazy? What do you know?
I don't think so because
I'm drawing
that this is its own little like universe.
Listen, I'm drawing cards here because I really don't want him in. I want Jeffrey, not Jeffrey Wright. I want this guy in the Batman movie in the Batgirl as Gordon.
Yeah.
Not J.K. Simmons. That's why I'm like, let's just hope that he's like a Elseworlds kind of storyline and like Gordon. let's get him out of it.
Trust me, once you see the Batman, you will see why they it's like I don't want to spoil it, but just know that the Batman's like its own little thing. Like that Matt Reeves is like, this is my stuff.
Yeah.
This is my
he actually doesn't even want like super powered villains. He wants grounded villains. So
Matt Reeves is doing Black Label stuff.
I mean,
he's Alan Moore in this crap.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw who was it? Was it Nick Cage that they were talking about? He was wanting to do like
Egghead,
some weird. You're like, what the heck, Egghead?
Dude, it's time. It's time to bring those weird rogues from everyone.
I just
want to see.
Do a good job. You know, I
just want to see Condiment King. Let me see how you guys are going to do that.
Pattinson has been open to that. He was just like, I would like to poison.
Oh, man.
Get CK Comedy. Get Chris Killian from comicbook.com.
Ground that. Yeah.
There you go. Here we go. Let's move on to our next one here. We're talking about Jolo is itching to don his Blue Beetle suit for the first time. This one I'm excited about because when I heard of this casting, I was all in on this one. Number one, because he's going to be the first Latinx superhero literally on screen, right? So I'm freaking about this all day long. How do you guys feel about him donning the Blue Beetle?
I'm excited for him. I hope he gets a practical suit at some point. I know they could do the Blue Beetle suit, because of the way it works, like it's very much probably designed for CGI.
Yeah.
But I hope that at some point they do let him wear something that's a little more practical.
Scarab.
Yeah.
Do you think that they're gonna go like CG, like Green Lantern?
It's gonna look like the Iron Spider suit. That's all I could think of. Like that's what I keep thinking, because it's even got the same, like, it's not nanotechnology, but it's whatever the Reach's technology is, which is very similar. Yeah. So I imagine it kind of working the same way. And I mean, Blue Beetle and Spider-Man, they're different, but they're not that different, right? As far as like their aesthetic, they're younger heroes and stuff, and they're svelte, but I'm really excited for him. He's been really good on what's it called, Cobra Kai. So
I loved him in Cobra Kai.
See what else he could do, and just to see Blue Beetle, like I fucking love Blue Beetle. I wish we would get more Ted Kord as well. I hope we get a good Ted Kord interpretation.
Ted Kord, yeah. I want to see what they're gonna do with that, or if they're gonna do anything.
Yeah.
Yes, because in concept art there was a Kord Industries building behind him.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I agree. Like the Iron Spider-esque. I hope that they actually I hope that's what it looks like when he puts it on.
Yeah.
You know, like how the nanotech kind of just like comes around him. Like that'd be so cool, man. And you're right, that guy, what's his name? Zolo?
Yeah.
Is that how you say it? Okay.
Yeah.
I was over here looking him up, like trying to figure out who you guys are talking about. I was like, oh, that's what his name is?
Yep.
No, I just know him as the kid from Cobra Kai. But I'm so glad to see that Blue Beetle is getting some love, because that could lead to Titans possibly be coming into the DCEU.
Oh yeah.
That could also lead to, maybe Nightwing, Ted Cord, Blue Beetle, not Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle, of course. Booster Gold, the other one, Booster Gold.
Booster Gold.
This is the expanding movie.
This movie could open up the DC Cosmic door.
Ooh,
right? Yeah, Animal Man.
Okay.
So
get Animal Man
or
Ambush Bug. Ambush Bug.
Oh, Ambush Bug.
Oh, man, Ambush Bug.
I was honestly hoping that Ambush Bug would show up at the end of Peacemaker, like as an end credit scene, and be like, "Wow, that was crazy."
I know Ryan Reynolds is already doing Deadpool stuff, but like, I mean, if he was Ambush Bug on the other side, I would not be mad at that.
James Gunn would like I would address James Gunn as the Ambush Bug. Honestly, like that would have been perfect.
That's good. Yeah.
Now Seth Meyers actually, I think, would have probably done a good job. Now that I'm thinking about it, but
I'm trying to. I don't have. I'm using a different computer today, and I was trying to pull up my pictures that I have all set up for this whole stream, so I guess I can't pull them up. So whatever. I was gonna use visuals and all that good stuff, but that stinks. Anyway,
so, when he says he's going to don the Blue Beetle suit, is it going to be computer graphic or is it going to be like an actual suit?
Listen, I don't.
Like they have been with Tom Holland.
I think what he's talking about. I think he's trying to do he's talking about. He wants to put the suit on for like the screen tests. You know how they do all the screen testing and all that stuff. So I think that's what he's wanting. I bet the only reason he's saying this is because he's like getting everybody geared up. Hey, pictures are going to probably come soon. You know what I mean? So
that's good to know, though.
I mean,
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, when Pansum put on the suit what was it, like a couple years ago?
Yeah, that screen test was the first trailer.
5 seconds, and we all went nuts, right?
Yeah.
Here's 50 things that you missed in the trailer.
Those are knives. He's got knives in his trailer. Wow.
Yo, could that be his parents' gun? The gun.
Right. Oh my god. Great.
Let me see if I can.
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid spoilers because Joey hasn't seen it yet.
I know.
Overanalyzing a 5 second footage.
Seriously, like new rock stars could make a 9-minute video in 7 seconds. I remember they did that for Star Wars.
And they did, and I love them for it.
Eric Voss is my spirit animal.
So, I got another story here, guys. I don't know if you guys saw the Future State that they brought back Frank Miller's iconic bat suit, the metal bat suit. Did you guys see that? And it looked pretty dope. I had a visual, and it just kind of fell flat here. So now we're going to move on to Marvel news. I'm
looking up the suit.
I'm still reading the Gotham Future State book, but I haven't seen that. Maybe I'm not there yet.
It should be the new one that's going to be either just dropped or about to drop.
Cool.
But it looks dope. It looks way dope. I wish
that looks so. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, that's the one.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna put you in solo so you can see that.
There it is, boys and girls.
Look how dope that looks, dude. And listen, if you guys want to look it up because I had it all set up and I didn't set up my computer. That's my bad. I just got a new computer.
It's on comicbook.com. Just look up Future State Batman Miller suit.
There you go.
And our good friend Russ Burlingame wrote an article on it. So
yeah, cool. It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. All right, let's go ahead and move on to some Marvel news. Right here, Cumberbatch says that Doctor Strange isn't an Avenger. What do you guys think?
It's true.
He's like, yeah, it's true. It's true. MCU, Doctor Strange is probably not.
I think everyone that showed up at the end of Infinity War is now by default an Avenger.
Just because Captain called him that?
That's right. They got symbol,
That's something that a lot of people argue about. Like, I always see those TikTok filters where everybody's like, what Avenger am I? And it's like going by Guardians. Yeah. I'm like, Star-Lord's not an Avenger, okay? He was in the Avengers.
If you read the right comics, anyone you like is probably an Avenger. So this has been going on for so long.
Even Wolverine at one point was an Avenger.
Almost everybody has been.
Big, so.
But unless they're like part of the team, I don't consider them an Avenger.
Right,
and that's the big thing, right? Everybody has their thing. It's like, no, they're not Avengers. What makes them an Avenger? All stuff. But if we're going to specifically talk about the MCU Doctor Strange, I think where it solidified my opinion that he is not an Avenger was in No Way Home. obviously when he's like super irresponsible, like from the freaking very get-go, like so much to the point to where I was like, is this really him, or is this like a doppelganger?
Mephisto.
You're right. Everybody was talking. It's Mephisto, because he would never act that way. So
yeah, right.
But he's not even the Sorcerer Supreme right now.
Yeah, no. He saw a challenge and he was just like, I bet I could do it. That's the mindset he's always kind of had. He's like, don't do it. You can't do it. It's too dangerous. Like, bet.
Yeah, right. That's how he. That's how
the comic book guy in me. Like, I hear this sentence that I'm not an Avenger, and I'm like, is that because you're a Defender? Are we getting another Defenders thing? That's like
hey, I mean, they just dropped on Disney Plus. You never know, bro.
Yeah.
All those Defenders, I mean, Jessica Jones, Daredevil,
man,
Punisher, the IR guy. I forgot his name. Whatever. What is that? Oh yeah, Danny Rand, the Immortal Iron Fist. If I had a nickel every time. Yeah. Anyway, I'd be as rich as Danny Rand. Okay.
Listen, I'm down for that all day. I'm bringing up back. But the one thing I want to see, and I say this every week almost, I want to see a Power Man and Iron Fist team up.
Yeah,
I want to see that all day, because
Terry Crews and Justin Timberlake from the '90s together.
There you go. Yep. There you go.
They look like that, don't they?
I was like, as soon as you said it, I was like, it flashed in my head. Yeah, dude. There you go.
I worked at a pizza place. I showed a guy a photo of that. Somebody made that into a photo. And they were like, "What's that?" Like, he straight up could not tell the difference between the photos, and I was like,
"That's hilarious! That's hilarious!"
I will settle for Daughters of the Dragon and bring Colleen Wing and Misty Knight back.
Yeah,
they were great. They were great on the Netflix show. I rewatched. I just finished watching the pilot of Daredevil again because I wanted to set up my Disney account.
Yeah,
it's so good. I forgot how good the show is.
Yeah, the Disney Plus shows now. They're no longer the Netflix shows.
Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that some amateur over at Marvel put up freaking bullseyes in the Daredevil suit on their website?
No, I didn't.
That's funny.
Oh man, that was so
Spoilers too, right? For season 3.
I was like, oh man, who did that? Oh man.
As long as they didn't use Colin Farrell's bullseye, I guess.
Oh, that was so.
Speaking of Colin Farrell, Joey, you will never be able to recognize him.
I know, dude. That's what everybody says.
That's crazy. That's
so
crazy.
Good.
I forgot that he was Bullseye until you just said it.
Yeah, yeah. That one was so horrible. All right, I got another one. Sam Jackson has confirmed that Don Cheadle is gonna be in Secret Invasion.
Great.
This is kind of cool.
I just had the dumbest thought in my mind. Yeah, who was the guy who played Rhodey in the first Iron Man? Was that Terrence Howard?
Terrence Howard.
What if Terrence Howard is just Rhodey? But remember when he flies off in Iron Man 2 and then he comes back and he's Don? What if Don Cheadle is just a really bad Skrull that tried to look like Terrence Howard?
Oh my god!
It was like, oh crap! And that's how they wrote that.
Nope. And nobody they just rolled with it. There was just
I already know the fandom would be so mad if they pulled that
on us. Oh my gosh. No, that's so horrible. Oh, that's so bad. Now I'm in for this because I'm all down for the Secret Invasion.
Yes.
Yep.
I want to see some.
I like that Don Cheadle is like now the connecting tissue between all these shows. Like he shows up a little here, there, a little there, like. And that one works perfectly. Armor Wars, I know he's got to be in that one, right?
Oh, that's his show.
Yeah. So like
that's his. Like a lot of people aren't really talking about that. Like who else is running Iron Man suits?
Yeah, I'm excuse me. I'm down for this all day long. But here's some more news. Then I'm moving this along because I really want to get to these last two here. And Ben told me about this a little bit right before. He's like, we're going to talk about this because we have to talk about this.
Yeah,
we had Sydney. She's cast as Madam Web.
No, not as. The girl from 50 Shades of Grey is going to be Madam Web. She's an unknown character.
So there we go.
Dakota Fanning, because I remember I posted Dakota Johnson. I remember I took a photo of her from 50 Shades of Grey where she had the thing wrapped around her eyes. I was just like, we already got set photos. And
so Dakota Johnson is Madam Web.
Yes, and
so
Sydney Sweeney
Sydney
is an unnamed
Sweeney
character.
is okay. So what I've got here is something here. So okay, yeah. So they say that they don't know what she's gonna be here, but yeah, dude, I'm excited
And
about
I
this
have an
whole thing. That
idea
we're getting more.
that might just blow your guys' minds.
What do you think?
Okay, well, my good friend Jay Stoobs. She came up with a theory that
Okay.
that said, what if this isn't a Spider-Man universe? What if this is Gwen Stacy's universe and they're just building up her villains? And Sydney Sweeney from Euphoria is going to be Spider-Gwen. And it makes so much sense because, I mean, Marvel has really been pushing the Gwen Stacy 3000 backbreaking awesomeness that she is. And it's like, I mean, Gwenverse, I'm sure you guys have read that. Like,
that just came out last week.
Like, they're coming out with variants every week of just Gwen Stacy. Why are they focusing on Gwen Stacy so much? She's been dead for since the 70s? You know, like, why now is she becoming like Spider-Verse? You know, and like I know it wasn't Emma Stone that like got everybody on the Gwen Stacy channel. Like, it helped, but it wasn't like all that, you know. So, and I'm just like, what if they're trying to convince us that this isn't a Spider-Man universe? What if this is, instead of it being a Spider-Man universe, it's a Gwen Stacy universe? She's the main hero of this.
I love that.
So the Venom movie, the Morbius movie, all of that, and that explains why Michael Keaton is the Vulture.
So here, I got another theory here. So because we got all this stuff information coming out, right? And then we had Will Smith, who supposedly dropped some more I don't know. People are trying to say that he's saying that this is going to happen, but his son is going to be cast as Miles Morales. You know, everybody was talking about, we want him. Like, what was it? A few months back, there was rumors that he wanted to do. He was gearing up, getting ready for it. And I guess within the last 2 days, Will Smith was out somewhere doing an interview, and he dropped some bombs saying that his son's going to be doing he's gearing up for a role that everybody has been asking for and wants.
And it's
that's why everybody's like Miles Morales.
It could easily be the DCEU as a Static Shock, because that was also a rumor. But I mean, maybe he just said film franchise to throw us off. I mean, Jaden Smith is already part of the Cobra Kai franchise, and you know, and that's a big franchise that's just growing and growing. What if Jaden Smith is going to show up in Cobra Kai season 4?
That would be,
you know, it could be just something as simple as that. It's just, we're all having Spider-Man fever, especially with this with Sydney Sweeney being casted. We just got the No Way Home on digital. Everybody's got Spider-Man fever, and we just want to hear more from Spider-Man.
Okay, so but here's my theory, because everybody's talking about Miles Morales right now too. You think Miles Morales could possibly show up in something like this? Because if like in the comic books, Madam Web, there's all kinds of I'm almost thinking we're gonna get kind of like a web universe kind of thing. I'm all about this. I want to see all kinds of webbed people coming in here, jumping in here. Danny had to jump out real quick, and he'll jump right back in.
No worries.
But dude, do you think that we're gonna get some kind of like I don't know, I don't want to say like Spider-Verse type film with this Madam Web thing, but we're definitely gonna see more spider people.
We're definitely going to be introduced to the web of life. That is for sure. Maybe Spider-Zero, maybe Spider-Ling. You know, Olivia Wilde is set to be directing a Spider-Woman movie. You know, what if Olivia Wilde shows up as Spider-Woman? I'd be happy. Like, I'd be jumping up and down, you know?
I heard that she does. She said, I think that a while back, she talked about those rumors, talked about, I want to film this. I'm not going to be in it, kind of a thing. So
still like her to be.
Yeah, right. And that's what
I'm a huge
said.
Jessica fan. I love Jessica. She's the funniest. If you ask me who the funniest like Marvel character is, it's Spider-Woman. You know, like I think my favorite line from her is the time that she told a villain that she what was it? She Googled herself just to see how big her butt was. And I was just like, she's like, I shame Googled myself, Spider-Woman butt. And,
man.
Because she has it's like Nightwing level big, you know, so it's like
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I got one more, and this one really excited me because
Sure.
I don't know if this has actually been like absolutely confirmed, but there's rumors that the Illuminati has been ultimately confirmed in Doctor Strange. I mean, obviously, right? We heard Patrick Stewart's voice off screen, and he came out and said, "Yeah, that is gonna be
Ralph
Professor
Boner
X."
was also a thing, though.
What's that?
Ralph Boner was also a thing that happened.
What the heck is okay? I don't think I know about that.
Did you watch WandaVision?
Yes, but
Okay, remember Evan Peters'
Yes,
character?
I do.
We all thought it was Quicksilver, and then his real name was Ralph Boner, and everybody was pissed about it.
You think it's going to be a Ralph Boner moment?
It could I don't think it will be. I don't think they would stab us like that again. But
okay,
I just like to keep that in people's minds. Like, remember that happened. Okay, like Marvel's not afraid to tease us. Like, I think every single trailer, especially with the with the Miss Marvel trailer, we got little horns again. I think every Disney Plus trailer has actually hinted at Mephisto. And every single Disney Plus trailer has done it. I've thought about that the other day. I was just like,
I think they're
either put it in the dang MCU or stop teasing.
I think Disney's just trolling all the geeks.
Yeah,
they were just like, what would really piss them off? Yeah, it's like,
they're just giving out content. Here you go. Make another video.
They're just trolling us.
But the Illuminati could be in Doctor Strange. I just want to remind people that might not be Professor X. It could be Patrick Stewart playing some guy named Ron. I don't know.
It's
like I'm Ron. Like
he shows up as Picard.
Yeah, he could. Like that is also like I would love to see the Illuminati. It would blow my mind because Bendis is my bread and butter. I love reading all of his books.
Mm-hmm.
So I would love to see it. I don't want to get I did the same thing for Andrew and Toby showing up in No Way Home. I was like 98% sure that they were there, but I wasn't fully aware because if they weren't in it, I still wanted to enjoy the movie. Right. That's where I stand on that.
And then you were talking about Star Trek there. They cast what's his name?
A new geez, all the Trekkies are yelling at us right now.
I know me. That's me. Captain Kirk. they just cast Captain Kirk in the new Star Trek. So I'm all about this, man. I was just talking to my wife the other day about my affinity for, because you're either a Star Wars fan or you're a Star Trek fan. You're very rarely both, right? And I'm one of those people who's both. And I think it goes to a family friend who was more like a grandmother to me, and she would she watched all those old school things. She was the coolest, man. She had a crush on Lou Ferrigno, so she watched the old school Hulk. And then, you know what I mean? So we watched the Hulk all day long. Like all the Met TV stuff that's out right now, that was on regular TV when I was a kid, and we watched it all, dude. Like that's what we watched. And so I'm all about that stuff.
I've been getting into Star Trek. The Lower Deck show on Paramount Plus, I freaking love that show. Like that's my introduction to Star Trek. That and the Orville, if you count that as well.
Oh yeah, the Orville. I watched that.
I love the Orville, man. That was funny. I'm sure you don't like it because you like Star Trek. But...
there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big Star Trek guy, but I just got Paramount Plus to watch Scream, so we'll see. Maybe I'll check some stuff out.
Hey man, there's also a Ninja Turtle documentary on there. You gotta check that out.
Oh, and of course Halo. Of course,
Halo. Yes, that's coming out.
Halo's coming out.
Yeah, you were talking about Lou Ferrigno. Since we were just talking about Multiverse of Madness, I would die if we saw we did a No Way Home, but with all the Hulks. Hulks. Okay, so imagine Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, the Hulk from 2003, and then Edward Norton. Edward Norton, that's his name.
Man.
Eric Bana. Eric Bana could show up.
Eric Bana, the guy from 2003. Edward Norton and Mark Ruffalo are the same one. But but
or are they?
One of them hurts me.
But like I was saying. Like, I wish they could do a No Way Home thing for all three of them, and then they both look at Lou Ferrigno and they go, "Look how tiny this guy is. little guy.
If they pointed
and laughed, they're like, "Look at this little Hulk."
And you say,
Lou Ferrigno is just freaking huge.
It's funny that you bring up the whole Edward Norton and Mark Ruffalo thing too, because today I don't know if I was like in a tweet conversation or something where people are like, yeah, nobody's ever going to talk about the whole Edward Norton, Mark Ruffalo, Hulk being the same person. Like, even though that Liv Tyler never shows up again, they never talk about that part of his life.
Yeah,
it's like
She-Hulk's coming out. You never know. There's going to have to be a funeral for General Ross at some point. They better.
Yeah, man, that sucks.
That too. Yeah.
And rest in peace, William Hurt. I love you, dude. But you know, like that like I was convinced that he was the president of the United States in Falcon and Winter Soldier. like I was convinced that William that General Ross was the president and he was building Thunderbolts. Like that was my theory. But fortunately that ain't the case anymore. But
that was dude, everybody was all about that, right? That would have been freaking cool.
But I really hope they don't recast him. I feel like they like T'Challa, I think they could recast, but like William Hurt's been there since the beginning, and you know, I think there's a good way to write him out. Like if he should have been a Falcon and Winter Soldier, if you ask me. But I would love to see Betty Ross come back, and, you know, and She-Hulk. You know, maybe we get to see Howard the Duck, She-Hulk, Daredevil, and it's all like a Law and Order show, like with a Daredevil, She-Hulk, Howard the Duck, and Jessica Jones. Boom!
Oh man, there you go. It's
and
like
Kate
it's
Bishop
like
is an intern as a PI.
Oh man, yeah, I'm down with that. All right, and we got some Star Wars news, guys. We got some Star Wars news. Another Star Wars series is in the works at Disney Plus.
Andor, I'm guessing.
Everyone's working on a Star Wars thing.
Well, there's more, but here's Andor's is getting an early release. It's coming May 25th. So super cool. That's awesome. Wait, no, not May 25th. Wait, I'm reading the wrong here. Look,
that's Obi Wan Kenobi.
That's Obi Wan Kenobi.
Because that's the same day that A New Hope released in theaters. That's why they picked that one.
Where am I looking? So Disney Plus. Where did I see it? They don't. Okay, Andor. So it's coming 2022. They don't know when, but it's going to be coming early. That's all they're telling us here.
I would think it might be their December show.
Possibly.
If the Mandalorian's not going to be done, maybe it's their December show.
That would make sense.
Because now we have to have a December Star Wars thing every year.
Yeah. And it used to be a video game came out every year for Star Wars, wasn't it? Like every year a new Star Wars game came out since for 11 or 12 years.
Let me tell you, those comics, they're making all of them.
Dude, have you guys been reading the new Darth Vader comic? Oh my god.
No. Ambrosia's been reading it.
There's a hut with abs, dude.
Oh, that's
like
crazy.
He has a 6-pack, and I'm like, how does a slug get a 6-pack?
He works very hard at it.
Oh, dude, man, it's crazy. I know Greg Pak was like sitting there, and he was just like, you know what'd be funny?
All right.
And it haunts my dreams.
Are you guys excited that Hayden Christensen's coming back?
Yes.
Because Ewan McGregor says that his Vader is spine tingling.
You know what would have been crazy in Mandalorian season 2? Like I've told all my friends this when Hayden Christensen said he was going to be coming back, and then Mandalorian season 2 came out. I was just like, imagine if his Force Ghost showed up in the Ahsoka episode right at the end. Ahsoka just turned over, and then there was a Force Ghost, Anakin just like waving at her and nodding of approval. And I'm getting goosebumps literally thinking about that. Oh my gosh.
Dude, that Kenobi trailer, like when you get to the end and you hear the breathing, like I did a whole video reaction to it, and I don't normally put my face on the videos because like nothing's too crazy, but this one I had to because I was like, holy shit.
I feel that.
Yeah, dude, it was so good. I'm so excited about this, but people are talking down about the Grand Inquisitor, man, the way he looks.
Okay, honestly, if the biggest thing that we all are gonna hate about this show is the way a guy's head shaped, I think we're gonna be okay.
Yeah,
right?
I think people forget like those CGI.
It's like going to a restaurant and being like, the food here is great, but I mean the color scheme in here, man.
Yeah, those CGI shows, they're still a little stylized. They're not like meant to be
Yeah, we all know what
like their style, like it's an art. Like it's animation. It's part of the art. It's still somebody's interpretation of the character. If you go to the comics, they all look different depending on the artist. So it's the same thing, right?
Yeah. Well, obviously, when you're interpreting, like you're saying, you're interpreting what the person's character is by the way they look in art on the page. Yeah, he was absolutely right.
Now, would I want what's his name, Jason Isaacs? He voiced them.
I think. Unfortunately,
now, would I
he's
wanted
not
him to come back?
Yeah.
Sure, he would have been great. I think.
Yeah, but it's like Benedict Cumberbatch being Thrawn. Like it's one of those things that I just think he couldn't get around to doing.
Yeah.
I think that's what I think it was like a sketch.
I know we already got Matt Mikkelsen in Rogue One, but I want him to be Thrawn. His brother voiced him in the series.
Oh, okay.
So he's already got the similar mannerism.
I think I should play Thrawn if you ask me.
Sure. Okay.
There you go.
If you don't mind wearing all that blue paint, go for it.
There you go, man. There you go. We're let's see. We are right at the time where we usually talk about Ambrosia's pull list breakdown, but today Ambrosia's not here. So we're going to talk. I
went to the comic store today. So.
Nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk to we're going to talk to Danny about his pool list breakdown. Danny, you got your books ready there, man?
I'm going to play comics. This. I got comics. I didn't get all my comics because I go to two shops, one to get my Marvel DC stuff, one to get a lot of my indie. So I haven't gotten my indie stuff, but I got a bunch of stuff anyway. So
sweet. All right, I'm going to pull it. I'm going to play our video here, and then we're going to talk to Danny's about his pull list right here.
Oof, that's a lot of pressure going after that intro.
Right, I know, right? Ambrose.
But here, hopefully you guys can see him well. Here's my Marvel stuff. I picked up Eternals, The Heretic. It's a one-shot. This is all leading up to Judgment Day, the big crossover that Kieran Gillen is doing over at Marvel. So I just started rereading Eternals so I can catch up. And I want to know who this guy is because he's just made, he just took on Thanos like he was nothing. Also picked up Reckoning War, Trial of the Watcher. This is a what-if story, kind of, but it's all tied into the Reckoning War. Also, Carnage #1. Carnage is back, and man, this book definitely for mature readers. I'll say that much.
That's cool.
For DC, I picked up a few other International Women's Day variants. So this is the Catwoman variant.
Oh, that was so cool, man.
Yeah, this is the Wonder Woman variant with all the Wonder Woman. I'm loving the crossover too.
That's such a cool color.
Really good. And then these are the Titans variant with all the Titan members.
That is beautiful.
Yeah. I love it. And then the Batman the Knight #3 with the movie cover or the movie variant.
Sick.
Justice League. Who
did that last cover?
Oh, I don't have the name of the artist, but I'll find out before we head out.
Yeah.
Cool. This is all leading up to the not Judgment Day, the death of the Justice League. So, really interested in this book. Nightwing #90, teaming up with the Flash. Wally West Flash. So if you're a fan of Wally West, you want to read this. And then my boys, Blue and Gold. I love that they got a miniseries, but this time he's got the other Blue Beetle. So, what's going on there? Finally, my pick of the week, Batman Superman, World's Finest. I love Batman and Superman teaming up in a book. So, yeah, super excited. This was really good.
Nice.
And that's all I have for now.
Sweet. Awesome. And Ben, you said you went to the shop today. Did you grab anything, man?
I did grab a new book today. Here, one moment.
Sweet.
But I mean, if you also, I picked up a bunch of stuff last week. But it's mostly indie stuff, so I'm sure you guys really.
Yeah, dude. Listen. I've got a podcast dedicated to indie comics.
Yeah, same.
They need more love. I picked up Power Rangers #17 by Ryan Parrott.
Hell yeah!
Gotta keep that, and that's it.
And that's it. He's like, and that's it.
But
I do have one more thing to show Joey. After
yeah, go for it, please.
But I don't know if Ben has anything else.
I got some stuff that I was going to pull out for the indie stuff. If you guys want me to,
go for it, man.
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
We got the Department of Truth right here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I read this. I was like, this is not your typical comic book, boys and girls. No. This is. I was like, oh my gosh, when I opened this, I was like, it's like reading files of conspiracy theories, and it makes me want to just like open up James's head and just be like, what's going on there? Wow. But and then we got a new superhero universe called My Bad. It's basically just a bunch of dumb superheroes and dumb supervillains. Like, this is an alien from outer space that owns his own chicken franchise. And somebody and
that's awesome.
And literally, you want to know how stupid this is? I got to show you the back of it. It's the same photo, but there, if you see right here, there is an ape holding a gun. Oh, that ape has nothing to do in the story at all. Like, he's not even mentioned.
That's hilarious.
Like, it is
just random.
Yeah, and that his name is the Accelerator, everybody, and just check it. It is so funny. My gosh.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that's what I picked up. This is my pick of the week, even though it came out last week.
Super cool. That's awesome, man.
Danny, you said you had something? Yeah. I just got it in the mail. So I bought this from AMC.
Oh, man.
It's got gorgeous. So it's got like
Can you tilt it to the side a little bit?
The film slides all across it. It's like a commemorative thing.
So dope.
Really cool. I wish you guys could see better what.
Yeah, it's just black and then Batman in the middle.
Yeah.
Really tilt it down a little bit if you could.
There we go.
There you go.
That does not help the blackness, but yeah.
No, because it's film. That's so
it's just film. So
it's just film. Okay, I thought it was just like shots,
little film reels.
I was just like that. I know the movie's dark, but dang.
Right.
He's like, it wasn't that dark, was it?
Right.
Let's see. And then this week here, I'm gonna pull you out of their frame there. And this week, I don't have the pictures to show you guys because can't share my screen, which is dumb. But Frank at Home of the Farm hit for Scout. It is a trade paperback, so that one hit. Locust trade paperback Volume 1 hit as well. Same thing with Sam and his Talking Gun trade paperback. These ones are gorgeous. You guys got to check it out. Locust is one of my favorite ones right now. And then Impossible Jones #4 hit. It's the last issue in the series. So definitely, if you guys are looking, if you guys are like completionists, this one's definitely got to go on your list.
And then I think did Playthings come out? Is that what did you mention that?
Playthings is out this week too.
Because that one's out for Black. The preview, but I hadn't seen. I didn't go to my shop, so I wanted to make sure.
Some shops got their books. Some shops did not. There's still a small, tiny little hiccup in the supply chain.
I just try to make sure that it's out before I put out a review. So,
wait, does Scout Comics send out to like normal shops?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yes,
I have a friend who's a manager at one. I'll see if I can try and talk him into getting some Scouts.
Yeah, dude, if you put him on your page, like they'll.
Listen, have him contact us. Contact me.
And I'll see if he's interested, and we'll try and talk him into it. But first, I got to talk him into it. So
have him. I'll have James. I'll have James Hake talk to him, and he'll do a really good job of talking to him. James Hake is the president over at Scout, and he's good. He's a pretty cool guy. So anyway, and I got I got an idea. Not an idea. I got some news about Scout to tell you guys that James actually dropped today on another stream that I was on today. But Playthings #1 hits from Black Caravan today as well, and then another one for Black Caravan is Rad Wraith #1, and this one's so dope. This cover's so sick. You guys got to check it out. It's so dope. Those ones hit the shelves today. Possibly next week if you guys are lunar receivers, so things of that nature. But the news from Scout that's going to be coming out is that we're going to have one of the team members from Scout. They're going to be traveling cross country, hitting multiple shops along the way, and what they're going to be doing, it's going to be kind of like an advocate kind of program where he's going to go and talk to different shops and talk to them and try to get some Scout books in their shops and work with them and like kind of like a retailer incentive program kind of thing going. I don't know all the complete details, so don't quote me on that stuff. But they are going to be hitting some shops around the country. I don't know exactly when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. They're going to hit my city, so I'm probably going to be when they come out to Arizona. I'm definitely going to be traveling with them, and we'll probably be documenting it while they're here in town with me. So it's going to be a whole lot of fun. So check it out. Keep an eye on Scout Comics social media and all that good stuff for all the brand new news and all kinds of cool content. Danny, please, can you let everybody know where they can find you on social media and your show?
Yeah, of course. So you can find me you can find our show on Twitter at Next Issue Pod. You can find us on YouTube just at Next Issue Podcast. We got comic reviews, trailer reactions, and then we do our live shows on Sundays. We just talked about Peacemaker last Sunday, and we'll be talking about something pretty exciting, but there's a bit of a secret this week. So, but yeah, go check it out. It's fun.
Super cool. And Ben, please let everybody know where they can find you.
You guys can literally find me anywhere at Shooby on Instagram, on TikTok, mostly is where I post, and on Twitter. It's SCHUBYDOOBERT. And earlier I was talking about a guy, a black gay. I said black gay comic nerd. I meant black gay comic geek for my thing. I feel like I owe it to him to give it his username. But yeah, you guys can find me anywhere at Shooby SCHUBYDOOBERT. And I also have a podcast called Comic Comedians, which will be on the same platform as this one now.
Geek Collective.
Yeah, the Geek Collective.
Geek Collective. Yeah. That is, I got to write that down. I got to put that somewhere because I keep wanting to say where I used to be at. So
yeah. So you guys, so if you guys don't know, Ben and Danny both have podcasts, and they are both on the Geek Collective, which is the podcast network we're on now. So you guys definitely head on over to wherever you guys are listening to your podcasts and listen and subscribe to Comic Comedians and Next Issue Pod. Definitely check that out. They will both have a landing page on ageofradio.org very, very soon. So make sure you guys keep an eye out for that. And all over we'll be promoting them all over the place. And if they are open to independent comic book creator interviews, we'll get them, some of those guys, on their show as well. So make sure you guys are checking them out and listening to their shows. This is the part of the show where I'm going to tell you guys to listen to my buddies, Professor Frenzy. You can listen to them wherever you listen to podcasts. They talk about indie comic books every week. They don't talk about reviews or anything like that. They just talk about the shows, the books that they love. So make sure you guys head on over to wherever you listen to your podcast and check out Professor Frenzy. My buddy BTO and Brat Books and Jerry Green do that wonderful podcast, and they're both two amazing people, and I always have to shout them out because they are two people who I've always I just gotta name drop them. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. You guys can find Ambrosia there we go. There's Chris right now. How's it going, Chris? You guys can find Ambrosia on TikTok at Comics and Cupcakes. You can find me wherever you can find me, TikTok at the Geek Collective, Joey Galvez 1984 or Joey Galvez 84 on 1940 on Twitter. Look at that, I'm messing myself up because I don't even know where I'm at now, guys. And you guys can find us wherever you listen to podcasts. You can find my podcast, The House of Indie, on the Geek Collective. Check us out. It's been a whole lot of fun hanging out with you guys. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me. Yep. Danny, it's a pleasure. Ben,
thanks, man. Thank you for having us, Ben. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you, Danny. And your podcast is Next Issue Podcast.
Yep.
That's what it is. Okay, I'm gonna find that on Spotify. I just followed Wednesday Warriors, as should you guys.
Yeah, awesome. Sure. Yeah. Make sure you guys check us out. And then Ambrosia has a podcast. If you guys haven't listened to Comic Book History Lessons, make sure you guys go and check it out because she's got an amazing show.
So good.
Super.
I remember the day she announced that on TikTok. She was so excited.
Yeah. And what was awesome was I found her on TikTok, and that's where I was like, you're cool. Comics. Let's make a podcast.
I did an impression of her, and her mom apparently loved it. I was like, "What's up, my dudes? Thank you for that." And she loved it.
That's awesome.
I love Ambrosia. We need to protect her at all costs.
Yes, she's amazing. She's definitely family, and that's why we are listen. They had a family tragedy, and I don't want to go into too much detail, but definitely make sure you guys keep her in your on your mind and in your prayers. They keep their family in your head and your mind and all that good stuff. So, Ambrosia is a gem. We love her here. She's an absolute friend to my wife and to my whole family. So she's awesome people. So thank you, Ambrosia, for all the things you do. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. We'll see you guys next time right here. We'll see you guys. Bye.